Hey, it's Chuck, and Ryan Day has completed the hiring process. The coaching staff is totally rounded out. James Laurinaitis is now the official linebackers coach at Ohio State. He's been there coaching linebackers. He's now the man, and I think it's a great hire. Obviously, he's beloved by everyone, but more importantly, he's beloved by the people in the program, the coaches and the players. He is clearly all the way tuned in to what's going on. There was some speculation that maybe he didn't want the job yet. He's still got young kids. He clearly wanted it. He's 37 years old. So, I mean, he's ready to get his coaching career going. He missed out on, 10 years while he was in the NFL that a lot of these guys worked their way up through that 10 years in the coaching ranks. So he's ready to go. He definitely wants in the coaching game. He doesn't have a ton of experience. But when you get a guy who is as familiar with a program and how it should be run as James Laurinaitis is, with the experience he has playing linebacker, as driven as he is, as well-liked as he is, and quite frankly, as famous as he is, there's pictures been posted by a couple of the recruits that he went out and visited. He was allowed to travel in a temporary capacity because they were down a number in coaches. And I'm talking pictures like, these kids look like they're in awe with James Laurinaitis. Now, pair James Laurinaitis, who I think is going to be an amazing recruiter, with Brian Hartline and Tim Walton, and you have, if you didn't already, the most competent recruiting coaching staff in America at Ohio State. I think you already did. But if you're adding James into the mix, I mean, it's just lights out. It's lights out. And I couldn't be more excited. There is still one area that Ohio State needs to address that's not going to be done this year, and that is a succession plan for Larry Johnson. Larry's going to retire at some point, and the train of thought was maybe instead of Laurinaitis, they would get somebody who was going to come in and be an assistant defensive line coach and work under Larry, learn what Larry's doing, but I think most importantly, work with the recruits that Larry's working with so they can stop being negatively recruited against, because it's been working. A lot of people will negatively recruit against Ohio State for the defensive lineman and say, Larry Johnson's going to retire. You're going to get there. He's going to bounce. So, and it almost worked with Edric Houston, 5-star defensive lineman this year. He said it on signing day. He was going to go to Alabama. They were able to flip him back to Ohio State. But the negative recruiting about Larry Johnson almost worked on him, and it's worked on guys before. So to have a defensive line coach working under him who could develop a relationship with the recruits from day one with Larry Johnson, then when he eventually does retire, they already know this man. They're comfortable with this man. They knew it ahead of time. It's no big deal, and the negative recruiting will stop. So they chose not to go that route this time, and I think it's because James was ready to go. And if they didn't give him the job, I think he might have bounced. He's ready to get his career kicked off. He's 37. He's got some experience at Notre Dame and now Ohio State. Not a ton of experience, but like I said, this is James Laurinaitis. This is a winner. This man will win. He's not going to fail at this job. And I think it's going to look like an amazing hire 2 years down the road. And I think he'll continue to climb the ranks of coaching. He won't be a linebackers coach for long. That's what I think. And that's what it is. So there we go. James Laurinaitis, Little Animal, linebackers coach. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe, Chuck on Bucks, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you can find me, I'll be there. See you soon.